Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have a new REY movie update about the new Jedi Order movie. Of course, we're going to go ahead and hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys from everything that we're hearing with whispers and rumors, from official announcements and confirmations with the upcoming REY movie, more specifically discussing new casting updates. We're going to go ahead and hop right on into it. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we're going to take a quick read from StarWarsNewsNet.com, who's initially reporting on this. I absolutely love their website. Go check it out, linked in the description down below as an overall source. A few Star Wars rumors have surfaced today from insider Daniel Richman's Patreon page, of course, regarding upcoming productions, more specifically talking about the new Jedi Order movie with Rey Skywalker and how they are looking at casting 3 new co-leads for the movie. Now, the overall report also has some discussion into the regards of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie from Jon Favreau. Its overall filming updates actually there as well. I'll discuss more about that in a separate feature video here on the channel. It's all the more reason to grab the subscribe button if you haven't already. So with regards to the other film currently in pre-production, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, the Daisy Ridley-led new Jedi Order movie with Rey Skywalker is currently casting the other 3 main leads for the movie, which includes Rey's 2 apprentices and the main villain of the movie. No details on the characters yet, of course, but Daniel Richman had also reported recently that Angela Bassett took a meeting at Lucasfilm with regards to a Star Wars role, possibly potentially hinting for the Daisy Ridley-led Rey movie, and we speculated that it could be for that movie. Could she be playing the villain, or perhaps she was contacted about another supporting role, for which the studio is hoping to attract some star power. Daniel Richman also added that the film is not being set up as the first in a new trilogy, but it could set up for a sequel much rather. Like, instead of doing 3 new movies, if this new Jedi Order movie with Rey Skywalker does well, and adding 2 more onto it to make it like this whole new sequel trilogy essentially, they would only do and go for 1 sequel. That's as of right now. We'll check back in next week. Anyway, last week we shot down rumors of the film being titled Episode X or Episode 10 under the title of A New Beginning. It's just not true. There's nothing hinting at that. For now, the only name that the film has been given internally is New Jedi Order. Though, keep in mind that they could change their mind and rebrand it, really at any point, as they haven't announced an official title yet. Filming is being planned for the UK either later this year or atop of 2025, although I am thinking that it's going to start filming probably sometime over the summer. Daniel Richman said in the comments of that post that it is supposed to be this year on top of that still. Like, they're on track for it to start filming this year still. In terms of new seasons of TV, Ahsoka Season 2 is currently in the writing stages in its pre-production and could be targeting a late 2024 shoot as well, which would make sense given the production schedule for the first season and the fact that they had already had most of their cast in place. But if true, they will probably have to announce their plans for Baylan Skoll within a few months. D23, which takes place on August, from the 9th to the 11th of August this year, seems like a good time to do that, though they might as well just put out a press release on a random Tuesday, given for how they had announced the Mandalorian and Grogu movie with Jon Favreau. Anyway, that's besides the point. That is probably where we will hear more details, more specifically, not just about the Ahsoka Season 2 show, but also for other Star Wars projects on top of that, like for the Rey Skywalker movie, the new Jedi Order movie, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, the Mandalorian Season 4, and everything else that's been going on within a galaxy far, far away. Now, on top of all of this, finally, Daniel Richman in his report is also saying that the Acolyte Season 2 has been planned, which we've known for about a year now, actually, so it's not much of a surprise for those of you that are in the loop, though he adds that a writer's room has been set. This also makes sense. They had an overall arc for the show written ahead of Season 1's production start, and they probably want to strike while the iron is hot. As I had mentioned in our initial report video with this, it would be very similar to how they planned out The Mandalorian's first 2 seasons. The Mandalorian Season 2 was actually filming while The Mandalorian Season 1 was still premiering and streaming new episodes onto Disney+. They were striking while the iron was hot because they saw it and they knew it was going to be a success. So if they have that same mindset and like Lucasfilm thinks that it's going to be like really good, that they already want to start on a season 2, then I'm all here for it. I really cannot wait for the Acolyte coming out a little bit later this year. Marketing is about to go underway on that show, The Acolyte actually, and what better way to celebrate the first season being well received than to say that season 2 is filming later this year. Back in 2019, they had announced that The Mandalorian Season 2 had started filming before Season 1 even actually aired, and in 2020, The Book of Boba Fett started shooting just a couple of weeks after Tamora Morrison made his return on that final scene of Season 2's premiere, that little post-credit scene. The Bad Batch is currently the only Star Wars piece of programming going on, but the Acolyte should pick up the baton sometime in the summer, reportedly on June 5th. Star Wars Skeleton Crew is still missing, unfortunately, but it is debuting a little bit later this year, it's said, and as well as Tales of the Jedi Season 2. So there's still a lot to look forward to within a galaxy far, far away. There's a lot of different reports that we kind of covered over in Daniel Richman's space here, of course, and with his overall Star Wars announcements, a slew of new announcements, of course, which is always welcome. I'll be talking about and discussing more of these announcements in more detail and more specifically and more in depth in separate future videos here on the channel. It's all the more reason to grab that subscribe button if you haven't already. This video is really intended to be more specifically about the Daisy Ridley-led New Jedi Order Star Wars REY movie and how it's looking at casting 3 new main leads, one of those being the movie's main villain, which there's a lot of different ideas and directions that they could go with that, but it's also kind of just part of the thought process that, like, honestly, I haven't even thought about, like, what or who could be a main villain for a New Jedi Order movie. Like, what could really go wrong during that? Like, we kind of have had that full closure, essentially. Like, what else could go wrong or go down? I'm just hoping that it's something that we haven't seen before, like bringing back Palpatine. Not right now, at least. I think that they should bring back Palpatine, but just not right now. And, like, yeah, save that for an episode like X or episode 10 much rather, and kind of go back and overdo it more properly, essentially. Not just that of how they're looking at casting a new villain for the movie, but also into the idea of how Rey is looking at having like 2 apprentices essentially that are going to be by her side, and I think that's something that is a really cool idea. It has a lot of potential and a lot of opportunity, and I would love to see John Boyega make a return into a galaxy far, far away, maybe filling in the role for one of those 2 apprentices. Anyway, guys, this here all being said, a lot of different news we covered here and touched on here in this video. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been an official Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.